well, it's that time again of the first week of the month. We're going to have a Tuesday talk from Tiff, and I've asked one of my lovely clients to come and share her experience in learning to play golf. She's been playing comp for 14 months now, and I think it's really important that, again, you hear stories from other golfers that, that have been there before and are learning to play and going through the process and the experiences that they have, because you could relate to them as well. So looking forward to sharing Colleen's story with you, and don't go anywhere, we'll be with you very shortly. Hey there, Tiffany, Mika here, the lady golf teacher, and well, it's that time again. We're going to have a Tuesday talk, and I've actually invited the lovely Colleen Rumbal to come and have a chat with me today to talk about her golfing experiences. So she hasn't been playing for too long. So Colleen, how long has it been since you've started?
Just over 2 years I've been playing golf.
Great. Shoo. 2 years. So we're going to dig deep into what Colleen's found over the last 2 years after she's begun her golf journey, and see if that can also inspire you, because Colleen's come from a corporate background, and has always dreamt about playing golf, and she's living the dream now. So she's going to share her story with you. All right. So Colleen, just come on over here. Okay. Yeah. So 2 years you've been playing. So what was the attraction for you to start playing golf, really?
I always wanted to play golf, and when I took retirement I knew that golf was going to be a big part of that. I'd played socially a little bit here and there, and I really had the bug, but having a corporate career I never really had time to pursue it. And I think I understood right from the start, even years ago, that golf is not the sort of game, if you want to play well, it's not the sort of game you can just show up once a week and play, because that doesn't really lead to the sort of golf I wanted to play. So I felt that when I retired I had more time to commit to play the sort of golf that I wanted.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so you just say we've started on the journey of golf. What was the first thing that you actually did to take action to learn how to play golf?
Well, after I got my clubs I joined a beginners group, and
with me.
We'll
have to say that one.
with you.
Yeah.
And we had 5 weeks of clinics, and then we would play once or twice a week, and as well as that we often had little practices that we would do in between, and that's how I started. That's how I played for the first year, is just the clinics with you and also the practice games with you. Yeah. And it was a good foundation.
Yeah, great. Okay, so it was really learning what you found out of what we were doing was the basic fundamentals of getting established, really.
Yeah, and we started with chipping, then we moved to putting, then we moved to pitch shots and swinging. But swinging was really the last thing we did, and it was interesting to me. I thought that would be the first thing that you do, but it's really not. You don't get into that until a little later on. I mean, I think people were impatient to swing, but really, until you've got the fundamentals, there's no point in worrying about how you swing a club. So that was interesting.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a method in my madness when I actually teach people when they first come into learning golf, is we actually do it the opposite way around. So it's putting, chipping, then lead into full swing, simply so that you can get comfortable, because, as Colleen will share, the full swing is a bit of a challenge and takes a little while to get a hang of, and if we can build the confidence from the putting, the chipping and the pitching style of things, well then the full swing is going to be so much easier, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So you've done your first year of playing, like learning to play, and then you said, you approached me and said, okay, I want to have private lessons. I really want to get into this game. Why was that?
Because I also discovered or observed that different people play different ways and have different challenges and opportunities, and I felt that would be the way to accelerate my golf, is really to have that time, that one-to-one time, working on the things that were unique to me. Clinics are great, but sometimes, occasionally, you'll work on something that you feel quite confident in, but maybe others don't. And so I felt that having a combination of both the clinics and some private lessons would be helpful.
Great. So what have you found by, you've been having private lessons with me for, come back.
Sorry, I was falling down the hill, everybody.
We've got a lovely view behind us, but we're going downhill. The private lessons, what have you really gained from actually having private lessons? Because there's a lot of people out there who will just go and do a lot of clinics and feel that that's enough for them. Yeah.
Private lessons for me were more about the full swing. We've had lessons on other things, but for me, the sweet spot of the private lesson is the full swing. And I think what it enabled me to do is build my own swing that was unique to me, that I learned all the foundations of how to swing a club, different swings for different clubs, although the swing is basically the same, the angle is a little bit different. So I felt it really accelerated, I guess, my ability to feel confident swinging a club. But it also taught me how complex and precise a good swing is. So people say to me, gosh, your swing looks so natural, it looks so easy, it looks so relaxed, and I think, but if only you knew how much it took to build that and to build the foundation of it. And some of it is I'm going to say some of it is quite mind-numbing. It's not all exciting and swinging a big driver and all of that, but you need that foundation to really build on, to be able to swing the driver or the hybrid or the woods or even irons to get the sort of contact and ball flight that you want.
Yeah. So what you're saying is it's not just about just rocking up to play. There's so much more involved. It's the learning, it's the mindset, it's a combination of a number of things, isn't it?
Listen, you can rock up to play if you want, that's your choice. But again, for me, I don't want to play the sort of golf that I just rock up and play. I want to play the sort of golf that I feel has some thought behind it. I feel confident. I don't feel concerned or embarrassed about how I'm playing. I feel that I can have a good game and enjoy myself. And for me, just rocking up once a week just doesn't do that. I've tried that. In the times that I've been busy, and for me it doesn't work. Some people might be happy to do that, but it's not something I would advocate.
Yeah, because you're on a mission.
Well, I want to improve.
Yeah, exactly right. So how long have you been playing comp then?
I've been playing comp for 14 months.
Okay.
Well, actually 13 months. 14 months, yeah.
Thereabouts?
Yeah,
okay.
thereabouts.
Yeah? And you started on a 45 handicap, like all of us have, like I have too?
Yeah, 45 handicap, and in reality my scores were closer to a 50. Now I'm at 31 for my
After 14 months, that's pretty good.
For my GA, and I feel I can look forward to continued progress. I don't know when it will come, but I feel if I keep practicing and keep doing the disciplines and playing regularly and just relaxing and enjoy it, over time I'm hoping that that will improve even further.
Great.
It takes time.
Yeah, that's probably what you found the biggest thing, isn't it? The time that it's actually taking to get from where you were from beginner stage, just learning how to play golf, to people are saying to you now, well, gee, Colleen, you're playing so well, but little do they know how much time, effort, energy, money investment, it's a whole array of things, isn't it, that you've actually put into where you are right now.
Yeah. And, yes, there is a money investment, but I think for me, it's, it is an investment, and I don't think it's exorbitant. I think it's just, I could easily spend that money on other things. I choose not to spend that money on other things and spend it on golf, which I really love. I played a lot of ball sports when I was young, like you did, right? I was a sporty girl, and I played a lot of ball sports, and I honestly did not realise how hard golf is. I thought, like many people, how hard can it be to hit a little white stationary ball with a club attached to a 4-foot stick? It can't be hard. The ball doesn't move. All the other sports I've played, the ball moves, and you've got to react to that. But this is probably the hardest sport I've ever done, and I think it will be a journey of learning for years to come.
So what you're saying is very, very precise, very challenging. It's mentally challenging as well, because I know that we have a lot of conversations about golf. What have you found from a mental point of view?
A lot of the skills you learn as an executive are to be present in the moment. And
sounds familiar.
Golf is no different. You have to be present in the moment. And of course, we're all human. Minds wander. That's what minds do, right? But the more you can be calm, be kind to yourself, accept that, at a 31 GA handicap, you're going to do the duff shots. It's not all going to go perfect. There's going to be a number of things that go wrong. That's why you have the handicap that you have, because you need those points to play. But I think if you can be kind to yourself, and most importantly have a process and stay present in the moment, that's when I find, for me, I play my best golf. It's
absolutely.
Just hard to sustain that for 18 holes, right?
There's a challenge
on the slope.
What do you mean? Okay, so you played match play last year. You played pennants for the club that you're part of, and how did you find that? Because it was your introduction to playing against people, wasn't it? It's different.
It was different, and I didn't mind it. I thought I would be anxious about it, but I didn't mind it at all, because it is very much head-to-head, and the rules are very defined of match play, and it was a great experience. It really ramped up my focus and discipline, and things like shot counting other people's shots, all of those things are very important, golf etiquette. So match play was a great experience from that perspective.
And did you find playing for a team had a different kind of I'm not really sure the word I'm looking for at the moment, but did it affect your mindset? Were you playing, rather than playing for yourself, felt like you were playing for the team and you had to do the best that you could for the team and for the club? Yeah,
I really felt that when I pulled on that sweater or that golf shirt, that I was told, you are playing for your club. You don't give any quarter. You play as hard as you can and as well as you can and as nice as you can, but just remember, you're playing for your club and you're playing for your team. So
okay, so match play is great for you in the sense of, working with a team, playing for a team, playing for a club, and that really pushes you, doesn't it? So what about when you're playing for yourself? Is there a difference for you? Because everyone does things for different reasons and plays, match play, golf, pennants, individually. They all do it for different reasons. Do you find there's a difference between playing for your club, playing for yourself?
Yeah, I love team games, right? Because I played a lot of team games as a kid, and I love the team aspect. I think playing for yourself is a little different, but it's still important, because if you just play in a team, you'll never really get a sense of how your golf is progressing or where the areas you need to work on, because if you play, not necessarily match play, but other team events, somebody's there to pick you up if you get into trouble. When you play on your own, you've got to solve all of your own problems. There's nobody there to take the next shot. There's nobody there to putt that ball out so you can just pick up before you get to the green. So I think it's playing on your own is much more of an exercise in focus on your game, and again, just really staying present, staying calm, not being upset. So they're very different beasts, but I think you need both of them.
Okay, so what's your plan now with your golf? You've achieved a GA of 31 right now after playing 14 months. Is there
I would say initially I did set GA goals, but I don't know that that's really the path I want to continue down. I now have come to the view that if I continue to practice and focus, think about my, how I play golf, how I bring my mental self to the game, go to the clinics, work on my swing, play at different clubs, I think that improvement will come. I'm not sure when or how fast, but I'm confident about it. So I think it's just to keep up the disciplines and keep up the practice and just keep up that enjoyment of it, and that's really where I'm at now.
Okay, so your focus really is to get better at the skill level than what you're at. Keep your mind in check when you're out playing. Continue to practice.
All of that.
So that you can create that consistency, and then everything else will take care of itself.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think that's more helpful to me, is to focus on my processes and focus on identifying my next area of improvement, working on that. I'm very confident the improvement will come.
Okay, thanks. And just lastly, have you got any recommendations for, that lovely person that's sitting behind the camera there watching us talking about your golf? Would you have any recommendations that for people that are, frustrated with their golf, or, are looking to improve their golf, or have just started out?
I play with a lot of different ladies because I play different clubs, and what I often see is people are pretty, I think most people are pretty reasonable at the long game, to a greater or lesser extent. If I had any advice, and sometimes I think I need to take this better for myself as well, it's really work on all of those shots that are 50 metres and in, because I think that's where my biggest opportunity for improvement is. And I see so many women playing, and they get to the green and then they just seem almost casual or unpracticed about what they do. They don't seem to have a process, and they're just throwing away points left, right and centre. So I would say, even if the ball misses for me, or it does, or I don't sink the putt, at least I feel I've got a process and I've practiced. And so I would say it's really all about the short game.
Just really refining the short game and getting really good at that.
Work on it, and don't be casual about it.
And just have a system in place of how you approach each shot, basically.
Any system, as long as you have something, is better than no system at all.
Rather than being all scatterbrainy and going into panic mode.
And wondering why the putt doesn't go in. If the putt hasn't gone in and you've practiced and you have a system, that's one thing. Your skill level wasn't quite there, or you didn't read it. But I think it must be very difficult if you have no system or no process or no practice at all.
Well, it's just that thing of hoping that it all just falls into place, isn't it?
You can hope, but it'll never happen.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, well, Colleen, I'd love to thank you for coming and having a Tuesday talk with me today. It's been great, and I'm sure that that lovely person that's watching us today has got a lot of value. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. And tee it high, let it fly. See you soon.
Hope I didn't talk too much.
She was great. See ya.